few months ago, I asked you all to send me some topics you'd love for me to cover, and you did not disappoint. One of those questions was how to write pregnant characters in a realistic way. And because I'm pregnant, I could actually answer this question. At the time I'm filming this, I'm actually just a few short weeks from having my baby. So I figured this is the perfect time to answer this question. Thank you to this awesome person for this video suggestion. Without further ado, let's get started. Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello! I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for awesome writing advice videos that will help you take your story to the next level. So at the time that I'm filming this, I'm actually 38 weeks pregnant. So that means in about 2 weeks, maybe less, I could be meeting my baby. But that also means that I've been pregnant long enough to know what it's like to be pregnant. And this is my advice to all of you hoping to write pregnant characters in a realistic way. First, make sure to avoid the stereotypes associated with pregnant women. For example, before I became pregnant, I thought that being pregnant meant that I would always be short-tempered and mean, because that's how a lot of pregnant women are portrayed in movies. They're often shown getting annoyed with their loved ones over silly little things and constantly complaining about aches and pains. But when I became pregnant, I learned that's not the case. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely moments during pregnancy where hormones can make a woman easily irritated. And there are moments where you feel uncomfortable and achy. But I wouldn't make that the pregnant woman's complete personality. Also, keep in mind that every pregnant woman's experience with pregnancy is different. When it comes to me, I've actually been completely vibing this entire pregnancy. Other than a little bit of nausea in the first trimester from morning sickness, I didn't really feel that much different. In fact, there were many moments where I forgot I was even pregnant because I felt great. So all this to say, don't write pregnant women as grumpy, mean people like they're often portrayed in the media. Another tip for writing pregnant women is to be mindful of the language you use when describing physical changes. For example, don't describe a pregnant woman as an incubator. It shouldn't be said, but that's obviously dehumanizing. Also, don't use sexualized language to describe a pregnant woman. She's growing a human, not serving someone's fantasy. You could describe her body changes, but go at it with sensitivity. And please don't refer to her as fertile. I personally find that description really weird. It feels like you're degrading women to their reproductive systems. And my last tip is to not just describe her as a pregnant woman. She's a person. She had feelings, goals, and needs before she became pregnant. And that is still true now that she is. So don't just reduce her to being a pregnant woman. Every time you mention her in a scene, don't just talk about her pregnancy and her pregnant belly. She has thoughts, feelings, and a personality. She's more than the life she's growing inside her. Honestly, when you write a pregnant woman, write her the way you would write any other character. Then add a few extra details about her pregnancy, like how she feels about it, some physical changes, and how the pregnancy is affecting her personal life. This way, you make sure you have a realistic, well-rounded character who just happens to be pregnant, rather than a pregnant woman who readers know nothing else about. So that's all I have for you today. I'd love to know, have you ever written a pregnant character, or do you plan on it in the future? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out writing advice videos every other Wednesday that will help you take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne from my shout outs here over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president!